What's up, world? It's Mars Clark again, and this is my video blog regarding sampling in hip hop. You didn't hear me again. That is sampling in hip hop. First off, though, speaking to anybody who might have been caught up in Tropical Storm Faye, because when I was down here in Orlando, just so happened to move down here the Sunday before the storm hit. And where I am, I think it's in between Orange County and Osceola. I hope I said it right. But anyway, we got hit pretty bad with the storm, but wasn't any flooding or anything like that. But in case you did get hit with flooding, Godspeed. I hope that everything works out well for anybody who's there. If you know anybody who was caught up in that tragedy, my prayers are to you and your family. Now, I got a Facebook message from one of my old roommates. Name is T Willow. Y'all will know him in the future because he does hip hop also. Mighty nice, might I add. Probably gonna be getting signed to Show Enough if he's not signed already. So y'all will see him in the future. Anyway, showed me this video, sent me this link to this video that showed pretty much all of the songs that Timbaland sampled that he created. And I use created like that because he wants to claim the intellectual property for it, even though he didn't even create it. He didn't even play it out, you know. And one thing about sampling, in case y'all don't understand what I'm talking about, those who don't know a lot about like producing music and that, when you sample something, you take a portion of an existing song and you use it in your own. However, you don't use the entire thing and just make it like, oh yeah, that is mine. You take a sample of it and you either loop it or you add some other things to it, and you give credit to whoever did it. That's the key ingredient. Like, for example, Kanye West, Through the Wire, gave credit to Shaka Khan's song Through the Fire. That's an example of a sample. That's why I will say, no matter how many people say that Kanye West samples too much, it does take a creative mind to take a work that someone else has done and create something brand new off of it. It's hard, I'm not gonna lie. Well, it's not hard, but anyway. But Timbaland, what his problem was, he's being sued over one of his songs now, is that he took a traditional sample that someone would use as a sample, and he didn't give any credit to the original creators of it. And I guess he did that because those people weren't really well known in America, because a lot of those people that he sampled from were people that are in the East, like, I mean, India, China, just places like that. But anyway, this is my feel on it. Since I'm a producer as well, you're fucking up the game for a lot of us producers that sample, man. Honestly, I know you're probably not gonna watch this, but if you do, just know you're fucking it up, because with all this stuff going on now, a lot of people are not. I'll just say that things like this set precedents, and if you sample stuff and don't give any credit to somebody, who knows what could happen in the future regarding intellectual property. There might even be a time where you're not even allowed to sample. In hip hop, believe it or not, hip hop was created through sampling. DJs would take break beats, little parts in a song, loop that over and over and play that part at parties. Then MCs would grab the microphone, and that's when they started spitting over that. And that essentially was the birth of hip hop. So anybody who says that sampling is bad, sampling ain't shit, you really don't appreciate hip hop, and you really don't know the history behind hip hop. So just keep that in mind next time you run your mouth. Anyway, but yeah, you could really fuck it up for people like me. Now, I can create music, I can create hip hop tracks, R&B tracks, just off the top of the head, just playing it on the keyboard or anything like that, or sampling, or try to do a mix of both. I'm blessed to have this talent. However, some people aren't blessed to have great talent like that, or even to really work hard at developing the musical skills that it takes just to create music without any prior foundation, I guess. And honestly, man, people like you can fuck that up for people like them. Like people like Knife Wonder. I'm not saying he doesn't have the musical ability, but he's very good at sampling. People like him, people like hit makers, you know, Kanye West even. They sample, and that's how they do their thing. And I'm not knocking them for it because I do the same thing. It's great. It takes a creative mind, a genius to do that, like I said. However, if you're gonna do it, give credit to the people who created the original version. Just make sure you do that, because that's almost like if I created a drink and somebody else sees me make the drink, tastes the drink, and said, "Oh, that drink is fucking delicious. That is one delicious beverage," and they go off and say, "You know what? I'm gonna make that drink on the other side of the country and I'm gonna sell it as my own." And they blow up off of that drink and they end up marketing that drink and making a whole lot of money off of it. I see that. I have the rights to that drink because I made the drink. So, first thing I would do is send them a letter, let them know that their ass is getting sued, and if they want to break bad like that, kick their ass. I mean, but that's just a different way to do it. Now, money really means that you don't have to kick niggas' asses no more. But people will kick niggas' asses for money. That's a whole nother subject. I'm not even gonna talk about that. I will speak on money later on, though. Not in this blog, but another one. But yeah, so pretty much bottom line for all you producers out there, if you sample, make damn sure that you get clearance for that sample. Because if you don't, your ass can get in trouble. Trouble. Rest in peace, Bernie Mac. Also, that's some bullshit. How after the whole day of New Beginnings, the 8808, I was told that was the day of New Beginnings, but after that, we had like 5 black men die. 5 in like 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And Morgan Freeman almost died. Now, if Morgan Freeman would have died, y'all motherfuckers be in trouble. Because he's in damn near every movie. He's like the older, calmer version of Samuel L. Jackson, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, just make sure the next time you sample, number one, be glad that a DJ 30 years ago, more than 30 years ago, did that. Because if we didn't do that, you wouldn't be able to sample the way we sample now. Number one. Number two, give credit where credit is due. Even if it's somebody who ain't shit. Like if I sample from let me see, either an artist or a producer that ain't shit, or a singer that really sucks. Okay, like if I sample from Flavor Flav's latest album, which I more than likely won't ever do unless it's some sort of a parody track. If I sample from that and I made it hot, I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did that." No, I'll give him credit. He needs money. You know what I'm saying, to support his habit. So you know what I'm saying. Just do what you gotta do. Be smart about it, because when you out here, people, bad things can happen. That's all I'm gonna say. Bad things can really happen. So, for all you producers out there, make sure you know what you're doing when you sample. Don't pull that bullshit that Timbaland did. Tim, you are still one of the most creative, respected, and ingenious producers out there. Just give credit where credit is due, man. Just do that. You're having a bad, right now is a really bad look for Virginia producers, you know what I'm saying? But we still got Pharrell, still got him on.